Hey,
How are
what's
you?
up? I'm fine. It's a little bit hot today, but apart from that, I'm doing very well. How are you?
I'm doing well, Niels. Thank you so much. So how was your day so far?
Uh, so far, nothing special. I was working until now, and well, now I have an interview with you, and later on, we're going to have a rehearsal for the Hellfest that we're going to play on Friday, and yeah, it's going to be a busy day.
Wonderful, wonderful. Sounds good, Niels. So, Niels, your new album, The Order of Fear, is to be out on July 5th. So, would you like to tell me a bit on the songwriting and production behind this new album?
Um, well, where to start? That's a very broad question. So when we started songwriting for this album, we had a basic idea in mind of what the album should be roughly, and it was like, okay, we wanted a very raw and direct sound, basically, a little bit more, um, well, let's say a little bit less of the orchestration and stuff that we had before, and more guitar focused. So then, when we started songwriting, we had some ideas which weren't too bad, but it didn't really click at the beginning. And then what happened? Uh, I don't know if you heard about that story, um, but there's a fan of Orden Ogan. His name is Santi. He's from Uruguay, and we knew him from different fan groups and also from his YouTube channel where he did a lot of Orden Ogan covers. And actually, sometimes he rearranged a part here and there. And Seeb actually said, well, that's pretty cool. Maybe we ask that guy if he has any input to the album. So he contacted him, and yeah, he was pretty happy about it. And he sent in a lot of ideas, and Seeb went through it. And then there were some ideas of his that we actually used for some of the songs. And that was the moment when we knew, that's what we should do. And that's how we really got the songwriting started in the end because of this guy.
Fantastic, fantastic. Awesome. And I know this is a concept album that you guys have been doing for quite some time now. So, is there a different story to this album?
Well, first of all, I don't think that any of our albums are really concept albums because, yes, there are sometimes songs that belong to the story of our main character, Alistair Vale, but there are also songs that have nothing to do with it. It's more like we want to set a tone for a record, you know? Like, for example, the Gunman album, all a little bit Western themed, Final Days, a little bit more like futuristic dystopian stuff and so on. And yeah, for this album, it's like this very kind of dark and um, more heavy approach, I would say.
Beautiful, beautiful. And speaking on the album, 10 mind-blowing songs. As usual, you guys are delivering amazing work to the
Thank
career
you.
of your music. And this is one epic album again from you guys. So I'm totally loving it. Great vocals, amazing musicianship, bringing back the good old power metal as like you always do. It's fantastic album, I would say. So thank you so much, guys, for this awesome album this year. And being a creator and maker of this album, what are your thoughts and how do you guys feel about the outcome?
Well, I have to tell you, usually I'm a little bit of the grumpy guy in the band, and with the previous albums, there were always like one or two songs where I was like, I don't really like that one, but it's okay, yeah, we do it. But on this album, it was actually like I'm absolutely happy with everything that's on it. To me, it's basically a quintessential or the quintessential Orden Organ album, and I think the other guys mostly feel the same.
Fantastic, fantastic. And I know you are saying like you're going for the Hellfest over the weekend, but do you guys have any big plans on the day of the release on July 5th?
Yeah, well, actually, all around the release date, we are going to play like 4 or 5 shows in a row. And so, of course, with those shows, we want to promote the album like the day it comes out. Basically, we're going to play like 2 headline shows around that date. One in Aschaffenburg in Germany, the other one also in Germany in Fort Fun, which is actually the place where we filmed some of the Gunman video, like the saloon interior stuff was filmed there. And then we're going to play Rock Hearts Festival, which is a very famous festival in Germany. And there's another one at that weekend, but I don't remember right now what it was. But also, I have to tell you, the day it comes out, that's actually my birthday. So I have more than one thing to celebrate on that day.
Beautiful, beautiful. Advance happy birthday to you. And
Yeah, thank you.
and you put up four music videos from this album: The Worst Enemy, The Order of Fear, Moonfire, and the recent one 11 days ago, you put up Conquest. I know it's going to be a big thing to explain about the videos, but on an overall view, would you like to tell me on the making of some of these videos?
Well, shooting videos is always, to me at least, pretty exhausting, I have to say. Luckily, I didn't have to do that much in the My Worst Enemy video because I'm not in it. But for all the other ones, I'm always very, very astounded what comes out of the videos, because when you're on the set of the video, you see everything, and yeah, it's a nice setting and everything, but you also have the view to the cameras, and there are cables around and everything. And then you think, how is this going to look good afterwards? But then, of course, when you flip sides and you see it from the camera view, and later on you edit it, put it all together, put some effects on it, and then it looks great. But being on set for me personally is always a little bit exhausting, because usually you have a very small time frame where you have to shoot a lot of stuff, and yeah, that's what I can tell you about that.
It's beautiful. And having a kind of story on Alistair Vale, like, do you guys have some kind of big plans for the future, like having a comic book or some big screen movie kind of thing that you're planning for the future?
Well, I think actually there's a lot of lore around this character, and it would be actually yeah, it would make sense to make something more out of it than just songs, you know, and video clips. But no, there are no real plans. I mean, we used to have like a short comic strip with Alistair Vale in a limited box set, but I don't remember for which album that was, but that's years ago. But no, there are no concrete plans for any films or so. But I think there's enough lore and enough story in the background that you could use. But then you need someone to really think about it and develop a plot and so on. I don't think it's impossible, but as I said, no concrete plans.
Gotcha, gotcha. And guys, having any big plans to go on a worldwide tour in support of this album?
Yes, actually, we already started touring in April this year together with Feuerschwanz. Uh, at first, it was mostly like German dates. Then at the end of the year, this tour is going to continue with more European dates. But for next year, we hope to play some more international shows, but we still don't know. But that's the plan. Yeah.
Gotcha, gotcha. And the band has been for more than a few decades now making music for the power metal fans around the world. Started in 1996, and long way you guys been doing music. Fantastic work and a huge fan base around the world. So how do you feel about the road that you have traveled and the music that you have created so far?
Well, first of all, I have to say, I know that there's this year of 1996 floating around in the internet. I wasn't around at that time. It was like Seeb and a few other guys meeting in the basement and banging their instruments, basically. That's what he always says. Um, so I don't think you can count Orden Ogan at that point as like a real band. That came, I think, much later. Maybe the first sign of life was really the Testimonium AD album, which was the first full-time demo, basically. We personally count the history of Orden Ogan since 2008, basically. I mean, but still, it's also like 16 years by now.
Yeah.
And since I joined in 2011, we've come a long way. I mean, I remember the first shows I played with the guys, sometimes very small club with like maybe 50 people or less even. But we put in the work. We tried to make great music, and it has paid off, I would say, or still pays off.
Absolutely beautiful, beautiful. And any message that you have for the fans around the world?
Well, I wish everyone to be safe, have a good life, and listen to good music. And preferably also to our new album, The Order of Fear.
Definitely, Niels. Niels, I want to thank you so much for giving me today this wonderful time speaking with me on the new album, The Order of Fear. Like I said earlier, fantastic work, a beautiful album from the start to the end. Awesomely done. So thank you so much for that again. And I wish you all the best. And I'm really hoping to see you guys on the road real soon.
Yeah, thank you very much.
You have a great evening. Bye bye.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, my pleasure. Bye.
Bye.